In this video, I'm going to show you how to attach a mini fixed dome PoE camera, security camera, to a junction box. So this junction box is a JB136 that's made specifically for this model camera. This is the IPDE403. So first, you open the camera up. There are little notches on the side of this particular model. And then using the Allen keys, you open up the dome cover. I already unscrewed mine. Do not use a drill on this because you'll strip the screws and it can't open then. That's why the Allen key is included. If you're using your own drill bits or your own screwdriver, it's a star hex key. Please do not use a mechanical drill of any kind. So once you have the camera open, you can line up the camera to your junction box. Inside the junction box are some accessories, some screws. The screws are to basically drill the junction box into the structure you're putting it on. They're good for wood. If you have metal, you'll have to get something else. And then there are also these little bolts here that you can hand screw the camera into the junction box. I'm going to open up this packet and show you how to mount this dome camera. So if you have the junction box, you're going to punch open a small hole to bring in your Cat5e cable or Cat6. Usually it's unterminated. The reason for using a junction box is to protect this pigtail from the camera, from the elements. They're gold connectors, and if they're exposed to moisture, they'll get corrosion in them. So the point is to contain this pigtail inside of the junction box. And if you have cable coming in, it'll come through the back or the sides with a conduit. So imagine you have your cable coming in, you would plug it in to the pigtail, and then you have to squeeze this camera in on top of the junction box. Now this has writing on there which side is top. And then you basically squeeze the camera on top and line up the holes on the side. Here you go. I've lined up the camera itself. Now you use these screws. Now again, do not use a drill on this because if you slip, you're going to end up damaging the camera. Now once you have the camera screwed into your junction box, it's secured, watertight here. There's an O-ring here that's protecting the gap between the junction box and the camera, and an O-ring here that protects the camera's dome cover. And then once you're done, just put the cover back on. You might have to try a few times to line up the different holes on there. And once it's on, screw this down with the star key. And then put this back on top, lining up the notches, and that's pretty much it. Now your dome camera will be connected seamlessly to the junction box and protected from moisture as well. If you see this gap, that's the only gap that's left in there. What you can do is you can put some caulking and protect that as well. If you have the camera mounted in an outdoor environment, just make sure you're not leaving the camera mounted like this with water entering there, because that's going to end up exposing the camera to moisture and damaging it over time, or the pigtail that's within the junction box. So you make sure this doesn't get flooded by leaving the hole open on the top. That's pretty much it, how you mount a dome fixed camera to a junction box. Thanks for watching.
If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.